Oh, look at Big Mitch. Look at him now. And Gore and Corbin both beat a hasty retreat. The Temple of Terror appears to be a little terrified as we're getting this matchup underway.
You know, I think in this match it'll be interesting. I think Mitch Paradise has a little chip on his shoulder. He originally thought this was going to be a title match against Jay Bradley. And suddenly the Golden Idol kind of pulled a swerve, and now he's in against one half of the former tag team champs. Nothing really on the line, although hopefully Mitch heard what the Golden Idol said, and whether Ed Hellier will hold him to that is unknown. But hopefully a title shot will be in the offering if Mitch emerges victorious.
The Golden Idol throws more mouse traps and banana peels and trapdoors and everything else in the way of Mitch Paradise.
Boy, as you just saw, Mitch Paradise was suddenly focused on Aaron Corbin at ringside instead of his entire focus on his opponent, Brandon Gore.
Well, that's the game. That's the modus operandi at the Golden Idol and crew. And now Brandon Gore, who is not going to win a battle of strength with Mitch Paradise. Great athlete, yes, 100% pure athlete, possibly. But you're not going to win that.
And again, we talked about not at all interfering in the match, but Brandon Gore has got Aaron Corbin and the Golden Idol at ringside to offer strategy, kind of sit back. When you're not in the match, it's easier to see where weaknesses show up.
If you're Mitch Paradise or anybody that gets into the ring with the Temple of Terror, I said you've got to have eyes in the back of your head. Whether or not they interfere is another question, although they do that 90% of the time. But even if they don't, psychologically, it's got to be in the back of Mitch's head. These guys are capable of anything.
Absolutely.
Oh no. Oh! Gore tried a very ineffective chop. What is he trying to do? Oh, God, knife
He was trying to do just that, but it didn't work for Brandon Gore.
Oh, no. That'll burst a few blood vessels, cave in a chest.
Mitch Paradise is kind of saying, here, let me show you how it's done.
I think Chief Wahoo is sitting up in his grave and applauding right now. The velocity of those chops, the ham hocks from Mitch Paradise. Oh, and a God. Oh. Gore's chest looks like a road map of Santa Fe. Oh, and once again, now, Ken, to your point, he was distracted by the mere presence of Aaron Corbin on the outside of the ring.
And sometimes just giving your opponent a couple extra seconds to regroup can be deadly.
The Golden Idol imploring the fans about ringside to be quiet. Oh, what do you think the odds are of them listening to that slob?
Slim and run. Slim's already packing to head out of town. Catch the next freight.
Oh, my. Mitch Paradise, at this point of the matchup early on, absolutely and systematically taking Brandon Gore apart. In for the cover. Conowat got the leg hook. Nope. Once again, Aaron Corbin and the Golden Idol making their presence felt. Big headbutt by Mitch Paradise. In for the cover once again, counted two.
You know, and the reality here, the Golden Idol has a manager's license, has every right to be out here in his man's corner. But Aaron Corbin's not a licensed manager.
No.
He realistically should not be allowed out here.
Wait a minute, and now, let alone on the ring apron. Boy, I tell you what, you're Kreskin, because seconds after you brought that point up, Corbin is up on the ring apron, and now Mitch has lost focus. This is not a good thing. He was setting up Brandon Gore for a possible
moon him.
Oh, this is, are you kidding me? Has it come to this? We got to see Corbin's white ass in there? I mean, oh.
Low blow by Gore. because Mitch Paradise was focused on Aaron Corbin, not his opponent, as we talked about a moment ago.
Corbin and Idol paying dividends on the outside of the ring, and this is the first time in this matchup that Brandon Gore has been on the offense, and is specifically and entirely due to the Temple of Terror on the outside.
And now looking at Corbin is choking out Paradise.
Come on, Soltis, turn around. The crowd, as they usually are, solidly behind Mitch Paradise. Multiple times, Steel Domain Wrestling heavyweight champion. We've talked, Ken, so many times about the dignity and the integrity with which Mitch Paradise carries the SDW title when he's got it around his waist.
I mean, it's still strange to see him walk out to the ring without wearing that Steel Domain Championship belt. It feels off.
Oh, man. Gore was waiting, caught Mitch with a shoulder tackle.
Nice kip.
Nice bridge there by Brandon Gore. He is a tremendous athlete. There's no getting around it. Yet another graduate of the Academy of Professional Wrestling, but boy, did he turn sour and go south when he hooked up with the Golden Idol.
And one thing he learned from the Golden Idol, too many times we see Brandon Gore with a low blow going south.
On the outside.
Corbin again.
Again. It's a handicap match, Ken. Every time these guys are in the ring, it's a handicap match. Why don't they just announce it as that?
You're exactly right. And, you know, in some ways you can't really blame Jay Soltis because he's got to keep his focus on the two men in the ring. But you're right. I mean, it's almost like if they're going to come out here, both of them at ringside, in a championship match, we should really look at having two referees.
No question about it.
You know, in the ring.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, real referees. Jay Soltis and maybe Steel Domain can bring in someone.
The fans once again picking up the cadence, trying to implore Mitch here, give him that extra shot of adrenaline. And again, this matchup was all Mitch Paradise, ladies and gentlemen, until the Golden Idol and Aaron Corbin on the outside of the ring stuck their collective noses in there. That distraction was enough to turn the tide. Mitch is trying to fire back now. A couple of elbow shots to the solar plexus, but a yank of the hair and down to the mat he goes. In for the cover. Gore once again. Count of one. Nope. Just one. Paradise is a mountain of a man. I'm telling you, you basically have to knock the man unconscious in order to pin him. So strong in the upper body.
You know, as something the late, great friend of ours said, and Mitch Paradise, I think it probably exemplifies it.
Oh, no, wait, hang on a minute. Look at Corbin on the outside, head first into the steel.
And you see the Golden Idol purposely distracting referee Jay Soltis.
Head first into that steel post. We've said many times when it's, you know, the human cranium against steel, the cranium's going to lose every time. Oh,
there was
close.
a prime. What I started to say was like Nick Bockwinkel had said in talking. We've heard him say it many times that, you know, rest his soul, that he could be sound asleep, but if somebody came onto the bed and slapped two, he would immediately wake up before three.
Instinctively.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no
and
doubt.
I think Mitch Paradise has a lot of that instinct and tenacity in him.
Gore misses the elbow, and Paradise trying to fire up here. Listen to this crowd. I said arguably the most popular wrestler in the history of Steel Domain. I don't think there's any question. Oh, Paradise, what a shot to the jaw. Gore is trying to fire back, but absolutely ineffective. But Paradise has had the start taken out of him, and now Gore is able to mount some kind of an offense. Oh, and now both of these wrestlers. Oh, that knife edge chop. Ah, that's like a hammer hitting you. Oh, wait a minute. Missed that time. Now Gore runs into a shot again, though. Paradise is on fire. Big elbow.
I'll tell you, look at the athleticism. Gore getting up so quickly from all of those elbow shots.
But every time he gets up, it's like a ping pong ball bouncing off a brick. I mean, this guy, Mitch Paradise is just, boy, I tell you, he's on a roll right now. Gore that time with that knee to the short ribs. Very happy the outside of the ring. Corbin and Idol. There's a reversal. Oh, Mitch telegraphed that one. Caught a boot right in the pectoral region. Oh, what a big boot that time. I'm not sure Mitch got all that he wanted, but it was enough. Count of 1 and 2. Wait a minute. What is Corbin doing halfway into the ring?
I think he was prepared to try and break up the control.
Mitch is setting him up once again. Looks like it's going to be a vertical suplex over the top. In for the cover. Mitch has got to win. Can you imagine if Mitch loses this matchup to Brandon Gore, the celebration in the Temple of Terror?
And in the Golden Idol's eyes, and you really wouldn't be able to argue, Mitch would be a long way from getting a title shot.
You're absolutely right. Idol
and Idol would be on some pretty solid footing, to be honest.
He would. Oh, another knife edge chop. Idol would be on the phone to Jay Bradley immediately. Look at this. Oh, my God. Watch this. You know, that low ceiling again, Ken. It's very, very dangerous territory up there.
You know, and psychologically, Mitch, if you think about it, Mitch Paradise has everything to lose in this match. Brandon Gore, other than the tongue lashing from the Idol, really doesn't have much to lose.
Mitch couches him, coming off that second rope. Fall away slam. Can the big man from Paradise City capitalize? Count of 1, count of 2. Wait a minute now. Oh, Gore got his feet on the ropes. Or he was helped a little bit by Aaron Corbin, and now the Idol ominously moving his way over to that side of the ring. Don't like the looks of any of this right now. Oh, Mitch ran like a runaway freight train into that turnbuckle and now into the second turnbuckle. Look at Gore now. Gore! Tremendous suplex. In for the cover. This could be a major upset. No. Man, Mitch Paradise's title hopes might have been dashed right then and there.
I don't know how much more Mitch has got in him. Gore, you know, is younger and probably cardiovascular in a little better shape.
Wait a minute, though. Mitch caught him that time. Setting up, it looks like for the Paradise, the vaunted Baldo bomb. But again, damn it. Mitch is once again distracted by... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no! He got Gore. He threw the partner right in the eyes of his tag team partner, Brandon Gore. Baldo bomb. Forget it. Wow. The best laid plans of the Temple of Terror went up in a blaze of powder that time. Right in the eyes. Aaron Corbin attempted to throw that powder in the eyes and the face of Mitch Paradise. Instead, Mitch was just right Johnny on the spot.
Does the saying, what goes around finally came around, have any meaning?
I love it. Brandon Gore, valiant attempt with the assistance of the Temple of Terror. But the bottom line is, Mitch Paradise gets the victory here on a miscue by Aaron Corbin. And the big man from Paradise City continues to trek towards a championship matchup with Jay Bradley, which the Golden Idol promised. Of course, his word is about as good as a snowball in 90-degree heat. I believe Ken Resnick is going to try to get a word with the victorious Mitch Paradise.